The attacks on JD Vance are actually getting crazy, and I think he's had enough. Right now, there is a wedge that the Democrats are trying to drive between JD Vance, Elon Musk, and Donald J. Trump. There's a lot of things happening with the mainstream media and also characters that exist around the X community. And I got to show you this because this is pretty crazy that a lot of people believe this to be true. Let's actually dive into this. That is a must see because JD Vance has made an emergency announcement about this. Now, what exactly am I talking about? Well, there was a leaked video allegedly coming from a guy by the name of Bishop Talbert Swan. Apparently, in this video that was leaked, it was JD Vance saying some crazy things about Elon Musk. Now, this video went crazy. It got millions and millions of impressions and views, and many people thought it was real, and to the point where it's just getting out of hand now. This deepfake stuff is actually real, where people actually believe that it's real, even though it's fake, is what I mean. So, again, I want you guys to listen to the audio, right? And apparently in this audio, JD Vance says that he's not even American. He's South African, and he's cosplaying as this great American leaders. Apparently, JD Vance talking crazy about Elon Musk trying to divide the group, right? The vice president and the president of the United States of America. And of course, Elon Musk. Let's take a listen to the audio that went viral and how real it sounds, even though it's fake. And it's been confirmed. Take a listen.
Everything that he's doing is getting criticized in the media, and he says that he's helping, and he's not. He's making us look bad. He's making me look bad. And I'll tell you this, and he wouldn't like it if I said it, but he's not even immigrant. He is from South Africa, and he's cosplaying as this great American leader in a room that has the portraits of some of the greatest men that ever led this country, and he has the audacity.
I just want to say, it's so wild how real that sounds. We are in an age where, I'm going to be honest, I'm questioning reality a lot of the times now. Let's keep listening.
To act like he is an elected official. I am an elected official. I am the important one in this situation, not him. So if he wants to tank the economy and his cars, maybe that's what he deserves. The thing that he's doing.
Yeah, so again, you heard that, right? And ladies and gentlemen, it's so wild that this person, by the way, this is not a regular person. This is somebody with a lot of followers. He is a radio host. He's a pastor. This guy's a pastor, an activist, author, radio host, NCAA, NAACP, excuse me. I'm thinking of the NCAA. He's a president of Facebook IG. So he's also involved with the NAACP. And this is the guy who posted this fake audio, right? That got millions and billions of views, right? 5 million views on this. But he's been caught. This is a fake audio clip, right? The BBC has confirmed that it's fake. Everybody found out it was fake. And of course, here is JD Vance, a pissed off JD Vance, by the way. He says it's a fake AI generated clip. I'm not surprised this guy doesn't have the intelligence to recognize this fact, but I wonder if he has the integrity to delete it now that he knows this is false. If not, it could be defamation, and I guess we'll find out. Ho ho! Yeah, I guess we'll find out. And Elon Musk just last week came out and said, hey, you know, people are defaming me. Like Democrats are, I got to give this to them. This is what I'll give to them. They are kicking it up a notch. Like you thought that the campaign trail was crazy, where they were melting down and they were saying some of the wildest things about Trump and about what would happen and about this, that, and they have kicked it up a notch. They are defending the undefendable. They are going all out. And this is what all out looks like. I warned Americans about this. Also, we were warned about this from a guy by the name of Mark Halpering, right? He has his own show on Two-Way. He came out and he said that if Donald Trump wins the election, that there's going to be a mental health crisis on the left. And boy, oh boy, have we seen it, to the point where people are promoting fake AI images, fake AI voice recordings to try to build the wedge. And how many people will find out that this is not even real? Many people in their minds, they probably already checked out before finding out that this was not real. But JD Vance has enough. Now we're waiting for this bishop. This guy's a pastor. We're waiting for him to take it down. Apparently, he hasn't taken it down. He hasn't taken it down at all. In fact, he's doubling down on it, even though on his page, we already know it's a deep fake. So, yeah, the wedge is crazy. And in fact, we got Brian Tyler Cohen, who has come out and said that JD Vance is officially the most disliked new vice president in American history, according to new data. We don't know what this data is. JD Vance, the most unliked figure in American history. Why are these attacks on JD Vance growing and getting out of hand like this? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen so many rumors about this JD Vance guy. Right, I kind of like this guy. I like his stances on what's going on foreign policy wise. I think he's solid on that. Many people have their criticisms. I think even on the right, a lot of people don't even like him, which is wild. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please search that up. You'll know. They don't like him or his wife. And of course, Washington Monthly, this is where it came out. Apparently, new data shows. But I think that they're scared of this guy. And I want to show you why. JD Vance and leaked messages today came out in defense of not going to war. There were some leaked messages that from which a lot of, I don't even like. There were leaked messages today of war plans. A lot of people say that these messages may have been fake. These messages are real. But one thing I do know is that JD Vance is the type of guy that has a bright future. And I think that's why you're seeing these types of attacks on him, where he has to come out and make an emergency announcement. If you don't take this down, I'm going to sue you for defamation. That's how bad it's getting. But in this, right, JD Vance has pretty good points in these leaked messages of war plans, where he's coming out and he's saying, wait a minute, I'm not sure that going to war against Iran or bombing the Houthis is a good idea. And I think this guy is probably the most America First person on the cabinet. I'll show you what I mean. Here it says 3% of the United States trade runs through the Suez. 40% of the European trade does, right? There is a real risk that the public doesn't understand this or why it's necessary. The strongest reason to do this, as President of the United States said, is to send a message. The Vance account then goes to make a noteworthy statement, considering that the vice president has not deviated publicly from Trump's position on virtually any issue. He says, JD Vance says, I am not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now. There's a further risk that we see a severe spike in oil prices. I am willing to support the consensus of the team and keep these concerns to myself, but there is a strong argument for delaying this a month, doing the messaging work on why this matters, seeing where the economy is. Well, this guy, listen, whether you agree with what Trump did to the Houthis or not, he was on it. He was trying to paint the picture for every admin in the Trump administration, right? In these leaked messages showing that, hey, we should probably take a step back. We should probably first wait out a month and see how this is going to affect the U.S. economy and oil prices. This is virtually, in my opinion, this is the guy. This guy is more America First than a lot of people, if I'm being honest. But that's just a little something of not much, right? We still have to figure out those text messages, the leaks, who leaked it. We know that The Atlantic posted it, right? Pete Hegseth. But from what I found, I think we're starting to figure out why JD Vance is being attacked this way, in my opinion. So they're trying to paint this guy out to be the worst. They're trying to say, and this is the bishop that still hasn't taken it down. So I'm going to be very interested in what JD Vance decides to do from this point on if this audio isn't taken down. Because we're talking about millions and millions of Americans that believe that this audio is real, trying to, again, divide the Trump administration against each other. That's my thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.